Hi, I'm Jeff with Madeira USA, and today we're going to be sewing out some freestanding lace gift tags. Recently, Madeira released these 4 freestanding lace files that you can sign up at the link below to get, and one of them is a gift tag, which requires a little bit more instruction. Our supplies for today are going to be our regular scissors. We have some super hefty 3-ounce backing right here that we're using for the project to support the fabric after the embroidery. We have this very lightweight linen fabric that I think is going to be really nice for the sewing itself. We have our E-Zee wash-away, which is more of a fibrous wash-away stabilizer. This is going to support our stitches really nice. We're going to end up using 2 layers of this in our mighty hoop. And then for the final piece, we're using Sensa Green. I chose Sensa thread because it gives a softer appearance and it has a little bit better feel to give us that vintage kind of feel and look that I'm going for. I picked the green because that's the color my wife wanted it in. Now, I also wound a bobbin. So I'm not going to be using magnetic bobbins or anything like that. I'm going to use a bobbin. It's in a metal case. It came with my manufacturer. I wound it with the Sensa Green thread, so it'll be 40 weight in the top and 40 weight in the bottom. I had to retension my bobbin case using the standard method of I did a drop test and secured that. And then I also need to make sure, I don't know if you can see it in the camera right there, but there's that little metal check spring, and that helps stop the bobbin from spinning forward with too much effort. When you use magnetic bobbins, you take that out. So if you are going to use a bobbin that you wound yourself with a metal case, you need to make sure that you put that back in, okay? So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to take my fibrous wash away, here the super easy wash away, and I'm going to take my mighty hoop. We'll go ahead and move that up. And I'll lay that down right there. And what I want is I want to get this nice and taut in the hoop, snapping it down just like that, and it looks good, tight on both the top and the bottom. If you are using a factory hoop that's plastic and it's square, you might consider putting some T-pins around the edges to help secure that, because we really don't want this stabilizer to move at all during the embroidery process. I've went ahead and loaded the file on the ZSK Sprint 8 embroidery machine, and it's going to have 3 stops. So the first stop is going to be a placement, and then we're going to place our fabric. We'll do a cut line so we can cut applique in the hoop, and then finally we'll just let the design run. I've got the design loaded up. We'll go ahead, throw this on the machine, and hit start. All right, now that we've got that placement stitch sewn out right there, you can see that it goes around. Now we just need to make sure that our stabilizer and our fabric is going to fit in our hoop. So let me just kind of clean this up a little bit. I need to trim this stabilizer just a little bit shorter so that it fits nicely. Go ahead and clip that off there. And if you want, you can use some spray adhesive to help hold this down. I'm not going to in this video. We can go ahead and put this on and run our cut line. Now we have our cut line sewn out. This is a triple stitch, so we need to now trim really close to this triple stitch around the outside edge of the design, and so our applique will cover that. I'm going to go ahead and I've got some duckbill applique scissors, and I'll get that process started here for you. And it is okay if you nick some of the stitches while you're doing this. It is a triple run, so it should hold. If you accidentally clip 1 or 2, shouldn't be that big of an issue, but just be cautious and careful as you're moving around here. right, now that I've got that cut out, you can see that I did nick some of the stitches along here. I'll go ahead and point them out here for you. I did nick some of them. It should be okay. Next up, it's going to run a tack down, and then it's going to run the design. If you would like to add a name, you can do that after the tack down stitch runs. In this video, I'm going to go ahead and line up the name and do it after the entire design runs. So this is the file running directly on the machine after it's been downloaded. Go ahead and put this on and run the rest. All right, now that that's done, while it's still on the machine, I'm gonna go ahead and load up my second file with the name, line it up, and hit start. We just need to take this out of the hoop. If it's not going to break the hoop, let me pull on it correctly. Go ahead and set that over there and set that over there. Now I just need to cut it out nice around the outside edge. I'll go ahead and do that. And as I'm cutting, I want to make sure that I'm cutting fairly close, but not too close. I don't want to cut any of the stitches, but I also want to remove as much as of the freestanding lace stabilizer as I can. And this is kind of the same for all of the files that we have released, is you'll use 2 layers of the E-Zee wash away backing. We'll hoop that up, and after you're done sewing out the designs, you want to remove as much of the backing as you can. Go ahead and clip down that way, and then I'll just go around like this. Now we have our finished ornament. Well, almost finished. Next up, we've got this bowl of nice warm water. It started out pretty hot, but it sat there while it was sewing, so it's fairly warm. And then I have this towel here that I'm going to use to kind of dry it off. Now, with the freestanding lace, you're going to set it in the water and just kind of move it around a little bit. And this is going to dissolve that water-soluble stabilizer that we have on there. And I'm just going to kind of rub it and knead it a little bit and get that stabilizer off. You can kind of feel it. It's a little bit slimy. While you do that, I'll go ahead and move that under the camera a little bit more so you guys can see. I can definitely feel that it's starting to come out of there. We'll just kind of move that around. There we go. And I'll drip it off. Normally I do this in a sink, I just rinse it out underneath the sink, but now I'm going to take you to the bathroom so you guys can see the sink. Now I'll go ahead and I just kind of like to press out the excess water that I have in there. Go ahead and put my weight on it. A little bit there. And we can see that it's starting to take shape. Do have a little bit of fuzzy in there that came off of that linen during the sewing process. And you can see here on the back that it is the same color green that it is on the front, and that's because we pre-wound that bobbin, that metal bobbin on the back side. So with the same thread that's on the top, so we get that nice singular color on both sides. Now we'll just kind of leave that off to the side, make sure that it's flat, and let it dry. So now that we're done, we have our freestanding lace gift tag right here. It's nice and soft. You can feel that with the Sensa, and the Sensa really gives it that nice vintage look. You can see a little bit around the edges where I missed on trimming and it came out a little bit. That would help if I either pre-cut my shape or I just trimmed a little bit closer as I was going around. It came out really, really nice. Go ahead and put that down. And then these are the other ornaments that we have. We have Joy, a snowman, and an angel, and you can download the files for those in the link below. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.